When it comes to rising stars, they tend to stay out of trouble, especially during their college years. One great example of this is Ja Morant. Ja was a model citizen during his time at Murray State. I mean, seriously, I couldn't find a single instance of him getting into any trouble whatsoever, but that's where the difference lies between Ja and Mikey. You see, Ja Morant patiently waited until he made it to the NBA and made his mark before, you know what's haunting him right now. No need to get into that. It's a story for another day. But when it comes to Mikey Williams, it's a whole different ballgame. The stark contrast lies not in their talent or potential, but in the circumstances surrounding their careers. During the 2022 offseason, the Grizzlies locked down Ja Morant with a jaw-dropping contract extension. The max rookie extension comes into effect for the 2023-24 NBA season, and this guarantees him about $195 to $235 million until the end of the 2028 season. I mean, that's some generational wealth right there. Mikey, on the other hand, has tasted a slice of the pie through his NIL deals, leveraging his name, image, and likeness. But let's be real, this is not the time in life to mess up this badly. Mikey Williams had captured the attention of scouts and analysts alike and seemed destined for greatness. Back in 2020, Williams was rated as the second best prospect in the entire class of 2023 by 24/7 Sports recruiting rankings. That is no small feat. But fast forward to today, and he is sitting at the 51st spot in the overall rankings for the class as a 4-star prospect. That's according to 24/7 Sports Composite. Now, don't get me wrong, being a 4-star recruit is nothing to scoff at. In fact, we've seen players with similar rankings defy the odds, climbing their way to the top of the NBA draft and becoming bona fide superstars. But let's be honest, everyone dreams of that illustrious 5-star status, the golden ticket to the best collegiate programs in the country. The 2024 NBA draft is generating a ton of buzz, and the reason behind all the excitement is the abundance of highly touted high school prospects. This draft class is stacked with talent. We've got names like DJ Wagner, Cody Williams, Mikey Williams himself, and of course the one and only Bronny James, son of the legendary LeBron James. Let's get back to Williams. He committed to the University of Memphis, joining forces with head coach Penny Hardaway. And this Hardaway's recruiting class was 7th in the nation. With this, it seemed like everything was falling into place for Mikey Williams. All he needed to do was focus, train hard, and elevate his game to new heights to boost his draft stock. But sometimes, life throws you a curveball when you least expect it. Just when Mikey was on the cusp of greatness, tragedy struck. And let me tell you, it wasn't your typical setback. No, this was something quite serious. When you're in the spotlight with scouts scrutinizing your every move, the last thing you want to do is make a misstep that could jeopardize your future. But unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. In April, Williams found himself in trouble and was arrested on multiple felony charges in Southern California. And we're not talking about just one incident. We're talking about 5 counts of felony assault with a firearm. Let that sink in for a moment. Williams now faces a series of serious charges. Assault with a firearm is not something to be taken lightly. In California, it carries severe consequences, including the possibility of 2 to 4 years in state prison or a jail sentence ranging from 6 months to a year. In addition, there's a hefty fine up to $10,000. The future once filled with promise now hangs in the balance. Now, I understand that these are allegations and the full story may not be out there just yet. But even with that in mind, you can't deny that things aren't looking good for Mikey Williams. It's a heartbreaking situation, not only for him, but also for those who believed in him and saw his immense talent. The dream of seeing him compete at the highest level may now be in jeopardy. Recently, Williams had his preliminary hearing postponed. According to the San Diego Union Tribune, Mikey's preliminary hearing, which was originally set for June 29th, has been rescheduled to July 12th. We'll have to wait a little longer to see how this all plays out. During a readiness conference in El Cajon Superior Court, Mikey's attorney, Troy P. Owens Jr., made a request to postpone the hearing. Owens Jr. stated that he had just received a significant amount of discovery, and Judge Harry M. Elias, being the boss that he is, granted the request and rescheduled a new readiness conference for July 3rd. Gun incidents. Now, it's unfortunate, but we need to address the recent string of gun-related incidents. These incidents have been plaguing college basketball recently. This incident is just another addition to the growing list of gun-related problems in college basketball this year. It's disheartening, to say the least. In fact, back in February, things got so bad that New Mexico State had to cancel their season and had to let go of their coach, Greg Hier. It all happened after one of his players was involved in what the police classified as a self-defense shooting. The aftermath of this incident had a ripple effect on multiple players and coaches from NMSU, as revealed in both police and school investigations. Pretty crazy stuff. And in that very same month, another alarming incident took place. And this time it involved Brandon Miller, a former star player from Alabama who is projected to be a top 5 pick in the 2023 NBA draft. The police reported that Miller had transported the weapon used in the killing of Jamie Joan Harris. The situation led to murder charges against Darius Miles, another former Alabama player, and another individual. I mean, seriously, it's heartbreaking to see these young talents getting caught up in such tragic events. Now, let's take it back to the high school days when Williams burst onto the scene and took the internet by storm. His jaw-dropping highlights had fans going wild, and he quickly became a YouTube sensation. I'm telling you, this guy's skills on the court were off the charts. In fact, Williams' talent didn't go unnoticed. In the 2019-20 season, he was crowned the Max Preps National Freshman Basketball of the Year while playing for San Ysidro High School in California. To take his game to the next level, Williams made a move and transferred to Lake Norman Christian in North Carolina. Now, Mikey has quite a following on social media. Before Mikey even stepped foot in high school, he already had over 1 million followers on Instagram. And by the end of his freshman year, his follower count had soared to almost 2 million. That's the power of Mikey's game and his ability to captivate an audience. And by the end of his sophomore season, Mikey's Instagram following had skyrocketed to a whopping 3.2 million followers. He also got over 2 million TikTok followers too. In October 2021, Williams achieved something extraordinary. He became the first American high school basketball player to sign a sneaker deal with a global footwear company. Puma recognized his immense talent and potential, and they inked a multi-year endorsement deal with him. That's a major milestone for any player, especially at such a young age. As expected, the 6'2" guard was in high demand as a recruit. Many top programs were vying for his signature, but Penny Hardaway and the Memphis Tigers secured a major win when Williams decided to join their squad. There were rumors that he was considering attending a historically black college, but in the end, he chose to take his talents to Memphis. And in November, he made it official by signing a letter of intent with Hardaway's program. Effects on his career. Now, the arrest back in April has been a major setback for Williams' career. If he is found guilty by the court and sentenced, his admission to the University of Memphis will likely be forfeited, and with that, might end all his hopes of ever playing college basketball. His NIL contracts are also in jeopardy as companies are starting to distance themselves from him. The first company to do so was Lace Clips. Now, Lace Clips is a sports tech company known for its awesome wearable fitness trackers, and they've officially cut ties with Mikey. In an interview with TMZ Sports, the Lace Clips president Jonathan Nussbaum said, "He is not someone that will be associated with our brand going forward." Mikey's NIL journey had started while he was tearing it up in high school. As I've said earlier, in 2021, he made headlines by signing a major sneaker deal with none other than Puma. Apart from Puma, Mikey also had an endorsement agreement with a tech company called I Got It. Now, these guys specialize in online auctions, so it's quite a unique partnership. We still need to get all the details, but it does seem that Mikey had a deal with them. Mikey's brand has grown quite a large following across social media. His overfollowers on Instagram and other members of the public will be following to see how this case unfolds, while hoping that we all get to see his resume at Memphis next season. I sincerely hope that all these allegations are just that, allegations. It would be truly unfortunate if Mikey's basketball career were affected by these claims. I mean, imagine if what he's being accused of is actually true. It would not only jeopardize his once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but also tarnish his reputation and potentially impact his draft stock. It's a lot to think about, isn't it? As always, we'll keep you updated on any developments regarding this situation, so make sure you stay tuned and be a part of the conversation. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on this matter, so don't hesitate to share your opinions in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.